we figured this is a great way for you to get to know Don Jr. and for, well, it's just a lot of fun for us too. So Don, you have been you've been on the campaign trail ever since the campaign first began, because even after taking office, you've been out. Well, tell us a little bit about your schedule so people know what life is like for Don Trump Jr.
Well, so these days it's a little bit nuts. Unfortunately, I figured, November 9th it would all be over, but obviously that's really when the real fight started. And you sort of get into it, you experience what we did on the campaign trail, and it's actually sort of hard to go back to regular work, right? There's a level of excitement and intensity from the campaign trail that was difficult. But then when I see the progress that's being made, when I see sort of, if I look at any economic matrix, if I look at any sort of measurement, we are much better off as a country than we were 4 years ago.
Amen.
And unfortunately, if you watch TV or the press or anything like that, you don't hear about it from anyone, right? They don't talk about those things, right? They want to figure out any way that they can sort of undermine all of those accomplishments. And so, for me, I guess I got lucky. I was able to build up a little bit of a voice, and just doing this as a citizen, because I think it's what's right. I think it's what's going to be good for my kids and their kids behind them, and all of your kids. So it was hard to get out of the fight, and I decided I'm just going to stay in and help from the sidelines wherever I can.
Thank you so much for being in the fight. I know everybody in this room is glad you are. They always say historically that the off presidential year cycle, right after a president takes power, usually that president's party loses in the congressional elections. They're on the left, they're predicting a blue wave. You have been out there talking to audiences like this. You've seen the country. We know what we feel here in Kansas, but I don't feel any blue wave crashing in here. What's your sense of 2018 as you go around the country?
Listen, I always say, the other side is motivated by hate and nonsense. I use a better word for it, but it's probably there's some young people in the room. And candidly, despite what they're trying to project, that's not a political platform.
That's right.
BS isn't a political platform, and that's all they have. Because again, if you look at the numbers, if you look at where we stand, if you look at virtually any measurement that I can think of, we are so much better off now. So what is their platform? They want worse jobs? I want worse job numbers. Has anyone campaigned on that successfully? I mean, some of their policies would lead to that, so it makes you wonder. But I want a lower stock market. I want greater unemployment. By the way, across every demographic, I want worse black unemployment. I want worse Hispanic unemployment. I mean, that seems to be what they're running on, because they want to reverse all of the incredible things that my father has put in, whether it be tax reform, whether it be knocking out all the regulations that were just excessive, on just over the top, incredibly cumbersome, just destroying business, both large and small. People are hiring people. Wages are going up. We have a shortage of actual workers because so many people are actually being employed. Reversing all of that, what is that going to accomplish? I don't even get, I can't understand it, but I went to business school, so maybe none of these people that are politicians there have. It's a little different, and so when I see it, it's just kind of disgusting. I'm just happy to be, again, combating it, because they have no platform. It makes no sense. And people have to get it, because again, you're not going to hear about that on a day-to-day basis.